So after looking at the alphabet, now let's look at each alphabet now with the respective words. Here you're going to learn new vocabularies, new nouns. So it's also important if you can stick around so that you can learn how you use this alphabet. A would be in words like amazi, amazi, water. Ba would be in words like echitabo, echitabo. Cha or the C would be in words like echupa, echupa. Note, I told you this one has the exact sound like the KY in Luganda or the CH in English. Echupa. Da, like edwaliro, edwaliro, hospital. So you realize that some nouns in Luganda, they are starting with an initial vowel. For example, edwaliro. It starts with A and then a noun. So the initial vowel in Luganda is more like an article in English. So without it or with it, it doesn't change the meaning of the word. Edwaliro. A sound. Mostly you could see it when you're making initial vowels like echitabo, edwaliro, emotoka. A sound. Don't confuse it with the E in English. Here it is A. F of fa. Just like in efumbiro, efumbiro, kitchen. Ga, just like in egali, egali, bicycle. E sound, E sound. Just like in echitabo, echitabo. J sound, just like in jaja, jaja. K sound, just like in Kampala. Akamuli, small flower, akamuli. L sound, la, just like in lero, today, lero. M sound, oma, just like in mama, omwana, omusancha. N sound, just like in the verb okunonya, okunonya, to look or to search for, okunonya. And O, just like in words like, okunonya still, or if it's used as an initial vowel, omuti. P or pa, just in words like empewo, wind, empewo, wind. O, epapali, papaya or popo, epapali. R, just in words like omuliro, omuliro, R. Sa or S, just like in esati, esati. Ta, just like in words like tata, etaka. U sound, U or U, just in words like omu, omugati, omugati. V, just in words like in the verb okuva, to come from, where you conjugate it and say ovawa, where are you coming from, or where do you come from, ovawa. Remember, wa is a question word for where. Wa or W, still we can use wa. Wa means where. Wa. And Y, yes, in words like ayambala, he wears, ayambala. And lastly, Z or za, yes, in words like okuzala, uzala, to bear a child. Now, let me hope that has been helpful. Now let's go into something more important. Stick around. Let's look at vowels, how you can use them. Then we shall look at consonants and how you can use them. What rules come along with the vowels and consonants. Let's start with vowels. So just like in English, we have 5 vowels, but the difference is the sounds of the vowels in Luganda are fixed. So in English, vowels can have like different phonetics or different sounds depending on how you're using it. But in Luganda, no matter how you're using it, the sound of a vowel is always fixed. Vowel sounds can pronounce like a, e, yi, o, u. A, e, yi, o, u, right? So just like the way I'll pronounce them, their sounds are fixed to only those vowels. Note, you cannot use 2 different vowels in Luganda. For example, in English, we have words like load, pay, upload, and many others where you combine 2 different vowels together next to each other. In Luganda, we cannot use 2 different vowels together. But for cases where you use a double vowel, they should be similar. Okay? For example, If it is A, there should be double A. And here, they don't form a different sound, but rather a prolonged sound of the same sound. Let's see some illustrations. For example, the word bana. Bana. Bana means 4 people. And then bana. Or when you put its initial vowel, abana, children. Okay? You see the difference? So slightly change of one vowel can change the entire meaning of the word. Another example, okusula. Okusula means to spend the night. Okusula. And then okusula. Okusula, to throw. Okusula means to throw. So there is a prolongedness with the vowel u. Okay? So that changes the entire meaning of the word. So bana, bana. Okusula, okusula. So the best where you are in doubt and you see a double vowel, at least make it, prolong it as possible as you can, not to make any mistake. Okay, but if it's not a double, you just hit once, okusula. Just hit once, okusula. Bana, then bana, okusula. Hope that helps. Now let's also look at the consonants. In Uganda, you cannot use 2 different consonants together, except for 2 cases, like how we are going to see. But before we look at those 2 cases, let's see what a double consonant means when we put 2 double consonants together. In the first case, we looked at double vowels where they require a prolonged sound. Now here, a double consonant now requires a hard sound. I call it a hard sound. And then a single consonant requires a soft sound. Okay, just soft. I'll give an example of the vowel B. So vowel B, we have like the soft B. I don't know whether they have it in English, but most people struggle with it. Like, think we are saying V, but it's not V. It's not V, it is B. Like in this example, H-tabo. H-tabo means book. Now here I'm using a soft B, H-tabo. And then H-bo. You hear that had B, bo. H-bo. So both are bo, but the first one is soft, H-tabo, because it is one consonant. And then H-bo, double consonant. Could give you more exciting examples. Mubi. Mubi. Okay? Mubi means a bad person. But again, mubi. Mubi. Double B now in play. So there is that hard or emphasized B. Mubi, thief. Mubi means thief. Mubi, bad person. Mubi, mubi. Okay? We can even try out with other consonants. T. For example, in words like okuta, to release, okuta. It's just a hit once, ta, okuta, to release, and then okuta, some emphasis. Okuta, to kill. Okuta, to kill, okuta, to release. Okuta, to release, okuta, to kill. Okay? So not every word has a similar word with a double consonant, no, but there are some few cases like examples I've given up there. So you must be a careful listener, or when you're reading, you must put that in mind. Now let's look at this important part too, where we are looking at how we can use 2 different consonants together. The first case is with the M and N. The M and N can be used with another consonant, and this is the first exception. And this can be put behind a consonant. Behind, before you put a consonant. So these ones come behind. M and N work similarly, but with different consonants. The M works with only B and P, while the N works with all consonants except the B and P. Note, both cannot be used with an M, and note they are used behind a consonant. Let's take an example like N and D. For example, words ndi means I am. Ndi. Okay? So here we are saying 2 different consonants use the N and D. Okay? Ndi. So you can use it with different vowels. Nda, inde, indi, indo, undu. You can even try out with another random consonant. Maybe K. N plus K to be nka, nke, nchi, Note, I'm going to tell you why in Luganda the KI sounds as chi, okay? Nchi, nko, nko. N and Z, nza, nze, nzi, nzo, nzo. Now let's see with M. M works similarly as the M, like same sound, but the grammar rule is it is only used with B and P. For example, with the B it is mba. Yes, in the words like mbera, I stay mbera. So we use M. So mba, mbe, mbi, mbo, mbu. Even with the P, mpa, mpe, mpi, mpo, mpu. Perfect. Now let's look at the second exception where we can use two different consonants together. That is now with a W and a Y. So we are going to look at each one categorically. Let's start with a Y. These are put in front or after a consonant. For example, if you get a random consonant like B and put a Y, it will be like bia. Like for example, and put a respective consonant. Bia, bie, bio, like that. We can even try out with another consonant, M, mia. In English, just like the way you say mia, mia, like the name Mia. Okay, mia. So it is mia, mie, miu, mio. We try out with different consonants. Once you get that sound, that's how you will read it. Okay, let's look at now when we are using a W. Okay, similarly to the Y, it's also put in front of a consonant. For example, if we use the same consonant like M, it will be like MW, moi, okay, moi, mwe, mui, mo. So here, the essence is like you're like incorporating the two consonants to form one sound. Like for example, if it is a B and a W, like B, boa. A W is wa and a B is B. So it will be boa, okay? M and Y. You're incorporating to each, so it will be like mia. So you could try out with different consonants and practice. So you can practice with me now. We can try with consonant K, first with the Y and then with the W. It will be cha, che, chi, cho, chu. You can practice with any of the consonants, joining them with those respective consonants and analyzing the sound. Now let's look at the bonus tip. Here I'm going to show you like different sounds, exceptional sounds you will find in Luganda, and here you have to pay attention. The first sound is the KI. The KI in Luganda sounds like chi, chi. In words like echitabo. In question words like chi, what? It sounds like chi, just like in church, the CH in church, child. The KY also in Luganda sounds as chi. You can use it with different vowels like cha, che, ke. Chu sounds like the CH in church. The last sound that sounds similar is the C. Also sounds as CH in church, in child. In words like echupa, omuchungwa, we use that C. Now, secondly, another sound is the GI. The GI, just like the KI sounds as chi, even the GI sounds as G, just like in the J. G. In words like a G, egg, a G, we use the GI, okay? G. So whenever you find a GI, it sounds as G, just like in G. But the rest, the ga, ge, gu, go, like those ones sounds like a normal G, okay? But when you reach the GI, it sounds like a JI. Also a GY sounds as a J, yeah, just like in the English word Joe, like GY. You can use it with different sounds like ja, J, okay, Jo, Ju. Note, the L and R in Luganda, in spoken Luganda, are often interchanged, at times depending on where someone comes from. Thank you for watching this video up to the end. Let me hope it has been very helpful, useful to you. If you find this video very useful, subscribe, share it to a friend, and if you would like to join our online lessons, don't hesitate to send me an email or visit our website, tusomalugandaschool.com. I'll be waiting for you.